Wait for the answer to open the door. Nonagon Infinity opens the door.
I'm gonna take that as a sign that you started the stream.
So, stream has started. Welcome to one of my favorite King Gizzard albums, Nonagon Infinity. So, gets its name from the 9 tracks in the album that loop into each other. And once you get to the bottom track, Road Train, it loops back into the opening track, Robot Stop. So, I have a problem with this album. One of the only problems that I have, which is, whenever I listen to it, I have to listen to it all the way through because it's like, oh, okay, so, like, if not, so let's just say I start with Robot Stop. And then I'm like, oh man, Robot Stop. That's some heat. Great. And then I get to
Brian,
Big Fig Wasp, and I'm like,
I hate this album that I really liked.
My main
and then,
But
well,
carry on, continue.
I'm agreeing with
so
Continue though, it's your stream.
I get to Big Fig Wasp, and then I'm like, oh yeah, Big Fig Wasp. And after that, it's Gamma Knife. And so I know what's coming up next, and I don't want to cut it off because then it just doesn't feel right to cut off Nonagon Infinity.
Song. Yeah, I feel that.
And then by the time you get to
Road Train, you're like, oh man, Road Train, this is fire.
And then like you're like, oh, that means Robot Stop is up next.
Well, I don't want to skip Robot Stop, you know what I mean?
Why would I want to skip Robot Stop? Oh. Like you cut, G.
Like you cut, G.
So, overall, I really, really enjoy this album. This is, I would say, my 3rd favorite King Gizzard album. Also, White Crate on me. Ooh.
I got a jewel box, nice.
The jewel box?
Yeah.
Chowder!
That...
You burnt my coil!
Oh shit.
Dang. So, Garrett made a good point the other day, saying that this is basically prog rock come full circle, where everything progresses into itself.
It's prog rock, but actually good.
So, the really cool thing about this album is that the phrase that they like to chant a lot during this album, Nonagon Infinity opens the door, actually makes a lot of sense, because this album really opens the door to the Gizverse lore. So, I'm not going to go into the actual lore. There's plenty of YouTube videos on it. I don't know if I'll put one in the description.
I had no idea.
Yeah, so...
Wait, Brian hasn't talked to you about the Gizverse lore yet? That is
honestly...
No, I'm sure he has. It's just...
yeah, I probably have. You just probably blocked that out because you know better.
I really can't blame you.
So...
Because I know I did the first time.
I apologize if the gameplay is boring, but I want to focus on what I'm saying. So, this album is basically a discussion of... Well, it's basically an explanation of an apocalypse. The world coming to an end. Nonagon Infinity opening the doors of hell and unleashing the Horde. That's an entirely different can of beans that we will open at a later date. Maybe. Probably not.
Probably not.
So, I will say more whenever we go through the track list like we did last time. I think that worked really well. Helped us, like, formulate thoughts based on tracks. But I personally can't go super in-depth into this album without getting way into the Gizverse lore and talking about, like, a bunch of other stuff.
You could just give us like a brief summary.
So brief
Jeez,
summary of
that
the
brief,
Gizverse
huh?
lore.
Shit.
2013, not 2013, 2014, we got, I'm in Your Mind Fuzz. And that basically, so the cover of that album depicts a castle with a big overarching arm of darkness looming over it. Big old
Oh God, so
darkness
Big
hand.
Lion?
Yes. Big Lion was behind it all. So, a couple of themes in that. It didn't really get too deep into the actual, into Gizverse lore. It's more of just the imagery of the castle with the green sea next to it, and all of that. So,
Is that the castle that's on the cover?
yes.
Okay.
So, transfer to Polygodwana Land, which is their math rock, prog rock project that came out in their 5-album year, 2017. It was number 4 of 5, and so the title track, Crumbling Castle, is describing the castle from I'm in Your Mind Fuzz, crumbling down and all that sort of stuff, and basically, alright, we need to take a journey to stop the castle from crumbling, which has a lot of undertones. I'll probably do a video going more in-depth of the Gizverse lore, but at some point, once I get around to buying an editing software and stop being poor, but yeah, so they're trying to fix the crumbling castle. They go on a big journey. There's a whole, like, there's a lot of stuff in that album that relates to others. So that is a prequel to Nonagon Infinity. Nonagon Infinity, the travelers reach their destination, and in the videos for this, which I probably should have sent y'all,
I watched them.
it has the travelers reaching their destination and then doing some sort of ritual. It's different in Invisible Face and in Gamma Knife, but
We found 2 more vials of that fake antizin. Brecken is boiling mad.
Wait, so all I'm getting is that the creators are just making a
Who
D&D
is this?
campaign.
yes, they're huge fantasy nerds.
That
So-
explains a lot.
Nonagon Infinity is basically them trying to achieve immortality, trying to solve their crumbling castle, their bodies decaying, and via this ritual, they open up the apocalypse. And then that goes into Murder of the Universe. Murder of the Universe is basically telling 3 stories, one of the Altered Beast, one of the Balrog and the Lightning Lord, and then one of Han Tayumi and the Murder of the Universe. So basically, long story short, with the Murder of the Universe, Han Tayumi basically makes a machine that is able to vomit, which something that Han Tayumi is not able to do. So the machine that he created is like, I'm covered in vomit, why did you make me, yada yada, oh look at me, oh woe is me, I have no purpose. Everyone, no one has a purpose. So over the machine, vomits and vomits and vomits and vomits, and then makes a black hole because he vomited so much, and then consumes the universe. And then we get into the next lore album, which is Sketches of Brunswick East, and that's basically like just a critique of modern life, all that sort of stuff. It's a jazz noise album. And then Fishing for Fishies is basically Han Tayumi being a protector of the environment, making sure that we preserve our condition so that we don't have to go through what he went through. Now, that's the crash course of Gizverse lore. So, overall, I give this album a pretty strong
Christ.
8 out of 10.
You just talked about, like, everything except the album for, like, 10 minutes, and you're like, yeah, it's 8 out of 10.
Yeah, because I can't go into, like, too much without...
Well, I think it'd be fine with explaining like the lore behind this particular album.
Yeah.
Well, I have there's a lot of context with each song that has to be explained, and I want to do that whenever we get into the track list.
Well, let's talk about the track list first.
Okay, do we want to do that? So
Yeah.
good job, Rank. You actually got the.
Oh, what? Sorry, I'm actually putting the album on there right now.
Rink didn't listen to the album.
No, shut up! You didn't listen to. Shut up! Man, why you gotta point me out like that? Fuck.
Alright, so are we starting with the track list, or are we starting with
I really don't have
Okay, so
we can do the track
somewhere-
list if you want. But I already just gave my whole spiel of the album.
Yeah, I feel like.
Okay. Alrighty then. I guess I could go next. So I actually enjoyed this album a lot more than I thought it was. Ryan has always talked to me about King Giz, and I listened to Fishing for Fishies, and I enjoyed it, but like it wasn't like life-changing or anything. I just was like, yeah, it was a pretty good album. I listened to it a couple times, like I've come back to it. It was pretty enjoyable. But besides that, that's about my only like experience with King Gizzard. One of the reasons is that the fans are annoying. Love you, Ryan. And but I just like felt like it didn't really seem like it was my kind of thing. But then, thankfully, Ryan recommended Nonagon Infinity. And from the very opening, I was like, okay, I'm gonna enjoy this runtime. Like, it was really good. And it continued to be good, which I thought was really surprising. Like, each song has its own place, and there's nothing that, like, drags or overspends its time. Like, it just keeps on moving, and it keeps going. And I thought that was really cool. Because too many albums, I feel like, just drag on too long, or, like, their B-side, everything sounds the same, and stuff like that, but Nonagon Infinity, I felt like it had its purpose. It said what it needed to say, and then it was done. And so, I was very thankful for that, because it's a pretty short album. Ryan, do you know the runtime of it? Or at least it feels short.
I can look it up real quick.
Feels like it's only like 45 minutes at most. But despite being
41
a shorter
minutes.
album, yeah, and so despite being a
And
shorter
28
album,
seconds.
is that real? Is it really 41 minutes?
Yes, 41 minutes, 48 seconds.
Why does that sound? I don't know why. But anyway, I think it's a really short album, so like you're not. It's a low risk, like it's not a huge commitment. But hell, you can listen to it 2 or 3 times in one sitting and still be like, still be having a good time. Like it doesn't overstay its welcome, and it's just varied enough to where like I can listen to it on loop for a while. I listened to it twice on loop while I was driving to my lake house this past weekend, and it was a really good time. And so I am just really glad that you recommended this album. My favorite track would definitely be Gamma Knife. But I also like Mr. Beat a lot. I thought that was a really weird song that they threw in it, and I felt like it was weird in all the right ways, to where I feel like it ended up working really well. All the other songs I think were great. My least favorite song, I don't really have a least favorite song, but it's more of, I feel like the album should have opened with Road Train instead of Nonagon Infinity. Like, it should have started one song
Robot
earlier. Or Robot Stop, yeah, my bad. I feel like Robot Stop should have been the second song. I just feel like, I mean, I know that they had their reasons for why Road Train was last and Robot Stop was first, but I just feel like the album would have flowed. It would have been a little easier to stop on the last song if Because I feel like Road Train, you listen to it and you have to listen to Robot Stop next.
Well, because it's infinite.
Yeah, I get
you can't
that,
stop.
but like at the same time, I have to turn off. I have to listen to something else eventually. So, like it just makes turning it off hard, which I guess in a way is a good thing. But in a way, it's kind of like I wish this kind of had an ending. But like, it's something I wouldn't do as an artist. However, I think it's really bold of them to do it, and I respect them for it. But overall, I kind of agree with Ryan. I'd say an 8 out of 10. Maybe a 9 out of 10, honestly. Probably more closer to a 9. Just because it's a great album. I don't really have any criticisms of the songs themselves. Just more so the placement of them. And so for that, I can only really take off at 1 point. So, 9 out of 10. Very solid album. Strongly recommend. Who's next?
Okay, me next. So, this is another 5. Although, to be fair, it's been a few weeks since I've said 5, okay? This is 100% not my second, not my first, King Gizzard album, or second, or even third, fourth? I think it's my fifth. I don't know. I've listened to a lot of King Gizzard. Not as much as Ryan, obviously, that's impossible. I think of all the King Gizzard albums, I think I kind of enjoy this one the most, but not by much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's more just like I really do love the like infinity thing of it, but I think my main problem with it is just that like the instruments themselves are just a bit repetitive. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, just hearing the same, guitar and drum set, like, especially coming from King Gizzard, that every album sounds different, and then even in those albums, all the songs sound different. But, I mean, this is a hype album as well, and, I mean, like, I'm the type of person who's, like, music decides what mood I'm in. And if it's a hype album, then I have to be hyped. It's like, well, I'm doing this now. So sometimes that can like screw it up. I think we're supposed to like climb up.
I have no idea what I'm doing right now. I think I'm stuck right now.
I don't even know.
Where are
I
you?
don't even know where you are.
How'd you get over there?
I walked over here and there's like an opening.
Also, I'm not gonna lie, when I first saw Gamma Knife as the song title, 100%, I legit thought to myself, oh hey, there must be One Piece fans, because Trafalgar Law in One Piece uses a move called Gamma Knife, but then I was like, oh wait, I should probably look up Gamma Knife first. Turns out, I was wrong, but I might not be. They might be One Piece fans. Speaking of One
I wouldn't
Piece,
put it past
One
them.
Piece?
No, I've not heard of One Piece. What's that?
Oh man, that's crazy. Anyway,
Oh, you got it open.
there was nothing to open. I'm pretty sure you did.
No, I had to open it.
Oh, what? Okay. How'd you get in there, though?
From top.
Oh, okay. So we just have...
What the hell? Guys, look at me. Everyone come to me.
What are you doing up there?
I don't know. Can y'all see what's happening to
Get
me?
down from there. Yeah, I see it. You're like climbing the wall.
How'd you get back up there?
Oh god, I'm running out of stamina. Alright, but yeah, overall, I think I'd give it like a 7. A light 7. A hard 7, actually.
Nice.
How do we get back up there? Shit.
Yeah, I don't know how we're supposed to get back up there.
I remember there was definitely a way.
I got it.
Well, yeah, but how do you get up there without glitching back up there?
Oh no, I didn't. That time I didn't use a glitch. You jump onto the. Where the fuck are you? You jump onto the light thing that's there. Right. Like you climb onto the ground. Yeah, right. And then you go look behind you, and then where I'm shining the light, you jump onto that.
Oh, I see.
No, from the light.
Oh god, this is okay.
Okay.
This still doesn't feel right.
So, Garrett, it is now your turn.
Alright.
Not climb up here?
I'm trying to think of overall, like, thoughts about the album before you go into the track list. Overall, I think it showed. I mean, it really shows King Gizzard's versatility when it comes to music, because like it's like non-stop.
Hey guys,
like
I think we're retarded. We weren't supposed to climb back up.
Yeah, I know. I just noticed that myself. There was nothing there up there. Rivers.
so.
Oh, enemy.
I like your cut, G.
Sorry about that, Garrett.
Enemy spotted.
Sir, stop resisting. Looks clear.
Got some ciggies.
Oh, behind us.
You don't understand. He was threatening me. He was threatening my life.
My life was in danger.
Apparently, a survivor died.
So,
I unloaded 25 bullets in the guy. No, I'm out of ammo.
So,
So,
forgot my train of thought. I just
Shows
think
their
that
versatility.
yeah, it shows their versatility. Like, robot stop, and like, I mean, honestly, Road Train feels like a metal song to me.
yeah, I get that.
And then, like, in Invisible Face, they have a interlude that's like jazzy, like a jazzy interlude in the middle of it. And most of it's like prog rock, like they're just a really versatile band.
How the fuck do we leave?
I don't think we can.
We
You can check out
Oh,
any
wait, no, I got it.
time, right?
But you can never leave.
maybe you were supposed to climb, like where we were climbing. So I think we can get out that way.
Get out which way?
Where we were climbing earlier.
So the versatility.
I mean, I'll give more of my thoughts on it. I like the use of numerology in the album. Obviously, with like Nonagon and them using like
And Nonagon and
yeah, and like
Oh,
the
can I talk about
Nonagon and
Nonagon?
stuff like that. Yeah. So the
Right,
Nonagon.
Nonagon.
The Nonagon actually represents infinity, like the number 9 represents infinity in numerology.
I thought that was the number 8 turned sideways.
that's stupid.
No.
Doesn't number 9 represent number 9? And
Oh,
that
yeah.
idiot came up with that idea.
Doesn't number 2 represent number 9 as his lawyer because because 7, 8, 9 and 7 is currently on trial?
That's correct. Yeah, yeah. That's in numerology as well. Like
I thought so. Yeah.
the number 2 is generally like used for lawyers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm a scientist. I'm something of a scientist.
I can't tell if you're bullshitting me, but
No, I'm completely bullshitting. But like,
Sorry, but did you actually think that number 2 was on trial? Wait, no, sorry, number 6 was on trial. It was
No,
like,
7
No,
is on
7 is
trial.
on trial because 7, 8, 9.
Right, 7. Yeah, right. My bad. I'm a retard. But did you honestly think 7 was on trial? Okay, it was a victimless crime. He ate the bodies. There is no way that they can prove that he ate.
No, he ate 9.
Okay.
He ate 2 zeros.
Bro, I'm a retard. Okay, deal with it.
We can tell.
No, you can
Okay.
tell.
Anyway,
Anyway,
I was trying to like associate the tracks with different numbers and try to think of it in the context of numerology, but I was having trouble. I'm not super into numerology. I haven't studied that much. It was come up with it's used a lot nowadays by New Agers, numerology, but originally it was like it's based off of the Bible.
I'm starting to worry you might be a New Ager. So you sure do know a lot about this New Age stuff.
I don't know a lot about this particular thing, but yeah, I do know a lot about New Age stuff.
So if you ever want to check it out sometime, just come by my shed.
Yeah, just come by my building that I built.
Just
out in the
come
middle
by
of
my
nowhere
compound.
and come by my
Don't ask
compound
why
and
I have
we
a stockade of AKs. Don't worry, it's for the awakening.
Oh god.
But let's just get into the individual track list now.
Alright. So,
Do you might want to lockpick this police van?
No,
oh wait, hold on, let me get over there, I'll do it.
I'll do it. It's okay, Ryan. You can screw off.
So,
love you
starting
too.
with song number 1.
Song number 1, Robot Stop.
Personally,
So,
I enjoy it as a
So
starting.
yeah, I thought that robot stuff was.
I feel like if I could change anything about the song, it would just be like wait a few seconds before starting all the Nonagon Infinity stuff. Like literally just like have a brief few seconds just to like make it feel more amped, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. To where you have a
But
little
I-
instrumental open.
Yeah, exactly. But at the same time, that would kind of lose a little bit of its replayability. Well, not infinity-ness. Yeah, that's what. That's what.
That's
So,
what.
yeah. I don't really have anything else to say about it. It's just a song.
See, it's hard for me to talk about individual songs in this album because they work together so well.
Yeah.
So I think that's a really cool intro. Like I said, that this song was the one that like really got me like, oh, okay, it's gonna be a good album. 'Cause I'll be honest, I was worried that I would not like it, but then I was like, no, this is something actually that I really enjoy.
Oh, I didn't give a review, like a score. I give it a 9 out of 10.
okay,
Too
great.
late.
Your opinion doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So,
But the numerology stuff starts with like off top with robot stop. Whatever they say, I believe they say 1, 2, 3
Get fucked, motherfucker.
3 times throughout the song, and 3 times 3 is 9. So.
Bro! Illuminati confirmed.
3 sides to a
There's a lot of
triangle,
that math
dude!
Stuff like in, well, I'll go into some of the numerology stuff when we actually get into the
Okay, so,
other songs.
Bro, 3 plus 3 plus 3 equals 9. Two sides of a triangle. Three nipples if Hitler had 3 nipples. Bro, it's all connected.
Guys, guess what?
3 nipples
God-
if Hitler had
God,
3 nipples.
G-O-D. Guess how many letters it has? 1, 2, 3. G-O-D. God.
But
It's got
you know
3
what?
letters.
Turn that
Okay,
around
so,
and it's got dog.
Starting
So,
off, they say Nonagon Infinity
obviously
opens the door
King
2
Gizzard.
times. So, Nonagon Infinity is what I assume being the resident Gizverse boy, Nonagon Infinity, I can assume, is some sort of ritual to like bring about the apocalypse. So, wait for the answer to open the door. Nonagon Infinity opened the door. I think wait for the answer to open the door is just more for cadence purposes, to sort of just make the song flow better. Then bridge 1, 2, 3. Loosen up, time to drop, fuck shit up, don't forget about it. My coffin's all I see lately, robots stop. So,
could you
this
imagine being
song,
one of these guys and seeing three clones in this massive?
Could you hold on? Could you imagine seeing these guys run off on you while they're just having a discussion about a music album they've never heard before?
I don't think King Giz exists in this universe.
Nah, actually, nah. Look at this guy. This guy is a King Gizzard. Like 100%. He listens to King Gizzard.
Okay.
I shall chase him down by going in there.
By the way, that thing I said about One Piece and Gamma Knife, I wasn't like tripping. I legit thought that they were just making a reference to One Piece.
My coffin's all I see lately, robots stop. So,
Ryan's like duly noted and ignored.
So, this song, I believe, is about people turning themselves into, like, people transferring their brains into robots in order to preserve their...
They said, upload me to the robot brain.
Yes. Like, becoming cyborgs or something like that, where they're trying to preserve their immortality, preserve their being as best they can.
Wait, hear me out, Ryan. What if it's in a less literal sense, and it's just talking about, like, how we try to preserve our image on social media, and we try to hard time?
Hey, can you fast travel to me while you're talking about this?
No, I'm just kidding. That's a really lame doing it. That's a really lame analysis.
Dude, but Graham, that's so meta.
It's definitely about the end of the world and cybernetic people.
So, chorus, my body's overworked, it's just the same, I know. When can my body work? Cold static overload? My body works, I know. It's just the same, I know. My only difference is robot influence. So, again...
When you explain it, you kind of sound like Ben Shapiro.
Okay. Okay, folks.
So,
my only difference is robot influence. So in this,
but in
I
this
really need to watch one of those Ben
scenario,
Shapiro rap analysis.
So,
Anyway.
Quick, Tyler's. To me.
Theoretically, I'm up here for the robot, the weirdo swarm.
Tyler's.
Hypothetically,
To me.
go out the door and come from up.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey, baby. We are upping the ante and I need corpses. Lots and lots of corpses. So,
Baby.
yeah, so the whole song is kind of self-explanatory, where it's robot stop. It's talking about, yeah, changing human bodies into cyborgs in order to preserve life.
My god, there's so much lag right now.
Heard you guys like single digits FPSs.
Man, I'm getting more inches than FPS right now, and I only got 2.
Man, this
how did the
FPS higher than my IQ.
Customize my AR like in Black Ops 2.
Bro, if it was that easy to kill zombies, I can't
whatever the
believe
hero
that.
of this movie is, you totally became that guy. It was mesmerizing to watch.
Like,
I'll
a
be
couple
setting
of
up
guys
next
have
shot
gone.
soon, so make sure you're available.
Yeah, you'd think the military would be able to, like, work on this.
So, yeah. Talking about... So, Nonagon Infinity is what caused all of the problems that we see. Garrett, can you handle Big Fig Wasp? Because I need to go to the bathroom real quick.
Yeah, sure. The next song is called Big Fig Wasp. Something that I actually didn't know what a fig wasp was until I looked up the lyrics to this. So, a fig wasp, yeah, it's a wasp that lays its eggs inside figs. So,
Cool. I'm never having figs ever again.
So, one of the lyrics is I have a wasp, or there's a wasp in my throat. Another one is why
Cool. I'm never having food
insects
again.
grow in my poem. Poem is like another word for fig or fruits that are similar to figs. So,
How do you spell it? Poem?
what? Well, you talking about poem?
Oh, wait, shit.
Yeah, poem.
I think it's P-O-M-E. So I think how you spell it, P-O-M-E or P. Hold on, let me look up the lyrics. I have to look up the lyrics to know.
I
For
thought
sure.
he was saying the word poem. Like,
I heard him. I thought I heard him say bone in my bones. And I was like, what the fuck kind of shit is this? Like insects grow in my bones? Like the fuck?
That's just called being a meth head.
I think a really bad fucking. It's called being a crackhead. Big fig wasp. Big fig wasp. Let's see. And then another one. So, if you sometimes whenever you eat a fig, there could be a wasp. Like a wasp could die in it, and you could have a wasp corpse in your fig.
mm,
It says, any wasp I see, it's a fig wasp. Pearly guillotine, it's a fig wasp. So, pearly guillotine is supposed to be your teeth biting into the apple, or not apple, but the fig. Yeah. And then you find the fig wasp. So it's like it's kind of like something. It's supposed to be symbolic of something that. It's kind of foreshadowing for. Like the opening of the door, because it looks really appealing, but because apparently, but it has a wasp inside, which is supposed to be like the end of the world. So,
Man, that's a hell of a wasp.
yeah.
Man, I want to eat a fig and then end the world by accident.
But
Oops, did I accidentally apocalypse?
But
So basically,
So-
this album is June 2016.
yeah.
Okay.
So you so like whenever they talk about the opening of the door, they like well, I guess I'll go into that more whenever we talk about Gamma Knife, but let's see if I can look up. There was another lyric that I wanted to look at. There's a hornet in my throat. Yeah, he has the robot
Yeah, I'm
stop
coming.
chorus and all that at the end of it.
What are you doing?
I'm literally just trying to open this fucking box, but every time I try, a new fucking wave of zombies hits.
But
Also,
we can
it's
go ahead.
starting to get dark. Got like 30
cool.
minutes of light left.
So what? You guys have anything else to say about Big Fig Wasp?
I thought it was kind of interesting. Shit, didn't do that. Stop doing that. It's a can of cigarettes. I didn't know what the hell a big wasp was, honestly.
Yeah, no,
I
it's
wish I didn't.
You know, it's in one of those Australian insects.
Oh, okay. Good.
Yeah.
So that's closer to you than us, right? Have fun with that.
Yeah, have fun with that.
Sure, but the
Yeah,
thing
just
is,
Australia in general just has really fucking insane
but
insects.
Oh, that'd
guys,
be-
That shouldn't
the thing
exist.
is, figs can come to you.
Then again, at least they're not like blue flies that will, they will, lay their eggs inside of living flesh, including human living flesh. So those guys are
Thanks!
fun.
I hate it.
I've had numerous nightmares about those guys.
I'm going to. Damn it, Ryan isn't here. We can't do this fucking mission.
No,
I've had nightmares about the beetles from that one mummy movie.
Oh, scarabs?
Yeah, the scarabs that burrow into your skin. Like that shit fucking terrified me.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
So anyway, and the thing whenever I initially thought before I read the lyrics, I thought it said bone, so I thought it was like insects growing in someone's bone, and I've felt like so one time I picked up a stick that had a bumblebee that had made a burrow inside of it, and I felt the
Vibrations?
the vibration of it like buzzing inside of it, and like I could imagine like what it would be like to have like insects inside your bones. Like that should be fucking.
I'm back.
Anyway,
But that would be
Oh,
really
good, you're back.
uncomfortable.
Hey guys, go to that mission right next, literally right next to you. Good. Talk to the guy.
alright.
We're all fast traveling there.
Alright. Well,
Yeah, I hear you're
next
selling
is Gamma
antizin.
Knife.
Who told you that?
Um,
Little bird?
Ryan,
I'm just the same person who told me you've
Huh.
been cooking up garbage and putting it in fake vials. Garbage.
it's your album.
I'm just gonna start talking
Oh,
about it.
oh, wait,
and,
yeah, Gamma Knife.
Not only does it keep
I mean, I
Okay,
can start talking about it, and then you can tell me if I'm wrong.
incredible
So,
speed and laser
milk and
eyes.
honey from my body.
I could burn you with one
Come
look
up
if I
through the
wanted
door,
to.
see it's your
I'm shutting
unborn
you down,
self.
Bento.
Seen it before.
Yusuf said you tried
So.
to get trouble. Yeah, well, Yusuf was right. And you're
The reason they are doing this is to find a way to become immortal.
Christ.
Yeah, we went.
Oh, watch out, watch out. Uh-oh.
Haha, technology.
It's Crane.
We beat the shit out of that
You
dude.
tell Brecken that counterfeit lab's out of business.
Good work, Crane. That's a big relief.
He was on fire, electrocuted, and poisoned all at the same
Fine,
time.
but Yusuf tipped him off that I was coming.
I was afraid of that. Brecken
Bad
was gonna
Mondays.
lock him up, but he'd already slipped out.
Now, if he comes back, I'm gonna have a word with him.
So,
Not if Bahir gets to you first.
so the Gamma Knife is supposed to be a ritualistic knife.
Yes.
Makes
Also,
sense.
Wait, what? I thought it was a type of surgery.
yes.
It is a type of surgery.
But in
Hold
this
up.
context of Nonagon Infinity,
Yeah, in the context of Nonagon Infinity, it's used as a
It's
used as a
used-
ritualistic knife.
yeah.
In the same in the video they have so in the video they are in a circle around in this like pit kind of, and all of these like priests like that were wearing like robes and like have paint on their face, and they all have different colored robes and different colored face paints. They all have knives, and they come into the circle and like stab the ground, and it creates the Nonagon. And then you know they do the Nonagon thing. I'm not really sure what exactly happened with all that, but you know.
Fast travel.
So the gamma knife is a ritual.
Sign up again.
Pain.
There's something else I want to talk about.
So,
And
fake soul butter made of rubber. Stick it in the skin. See, it's a well of life. To further drive home the point that, yeah, it's a dagger, like a ritualistic dagger.
We need headshots, guys.
Oh, we need headshots?
Yeah, it needs to be headshots. Oh, also careful, you can just kind of fall into the boss. Alright, so we've definitely lost this one.
That was probably my fault.
Yeah. Next up, gamma knife, gamma knife, gamma knife, gamma knife, gamma knife. Woo!
that was my movie.
Well, we
Yeah,
don't have to go
it-
through every single lyric of the.
Yeah. So crack the whip, I'll jump the hoop, cut the skin, and bend the truth. All I wanted was my youth, all in favor of this troop. So, basically, this group is doing anything to get their immortality, to get their youth back.
Oh, what the hell? Oh, there's one right here. What in the hell? Oh god. Oh god! Oh no!
We have alerted the horde.
Oh, this is horrifying. They all just like started climbing up the bus. I was like, oh god, no.
I jumped ship, I'm on the other one.
Bro, I genuinely kind of shit myself there.
So,
God, how are we gonna...
Alright.
Should we
Yeah,
wait
you
till
know what?
morning?
cut the skin and bend the
it-
truth.
Alright, let's snuggle up.
No. We can get points and shit. We'll come back to this another. Besides, there's all the lootables from the zombie we killed.
Alright, so what are we doing?
Bitch.
So, let me go back to the safe area so that I can, like, genuinely think about what I'm saying. Cut the skin and bend the truth. They were probably fed lies about what lied beyond the door of this ritual.
That's why I was saying before with Big Fig Wasp while you were gone that the Fig Wasp is symbolic of like whenever they bite into the fig, that's them going through the door, but there's a wasp waiting for them, which is like the bad shit that happens. Well, this is not a good spot.
Yeah,
The cool thing about this album is that it repeats its lyrics a lot. So it's mainly like it repeats the lyrics a lot, which makes it an incredibly simple album to analyze. Also, I'm in the safe zone and I'm reading lyrics. I don't know if I'll be able to help you.
I'm trying to get back into the safe zone.
Yeah, at this point you might as well just die, because like, I've read you so many damn times, that each time you just die again.
Very good.
So,
yeah, that was rough.
people, vultures, God approaches, final hearing. What else have I got to spew down?
You don't have to go through like every lyric.
Yeah, you don't have to go through. Like I said, you don't have to go through every.
Okay,
single lyric.
so people, vultures.
No.
Well, this is one of note. So, I heard it
Are
as,
you gonna
what
say
else have I
about
got to
everyone?
bring you down? So, I think it's partially written from God's perspective. Well, the Judeo-Christian God. So, people vultures are part of what came from the opening of the door of Nonagon Infinity, where God is about to come down and pass judgment on everyone, the final hearing.
Yeah.
And in the book of Revelations in the Bible, it says that everyone is going to believe that God is here. So for me, it sounds like he's saying, what else have I got to send you down to let you know that I'm real and that I'm coming?
And I'm coming.
My heart's big and I'm coming. Yeah.
Okay.
Mr. Beat,
Wait, hold on. Before we move on, there's something I want to talk about. Fuck. Gotta find it. He says, Tainted Voodoo Headless Guru. And he says, Final Head Spin. So, the way I kind of interpreted that is that the headless guru is, so a guru is someone who, you know, teaches someone about, you know, like life and stuff like that. So, or just someone who's kind of like an expert in something. And so a headless guru would be someone who has already already done this, like, Nonagon stuff, and has already died.
Ah, shit.
You know what I mean? And Final
Yeah.
Headspin kind of shows that, because it's like, you know, the Final Headspin is like someone getting their head chopped off.
Makes sense.
And then, what's the next one, Ryan? What's the next song?
Next one is Mr. Beat. Basically talking about how, like, yeah, everything used to be good before this happened. We probably never should have done this. Is basically the gist of the song.
The song is in, so most of the songs in this album are in 7/4 time signature. This one, every measure, it alternates between 7/4 and 8/4 time. So it adds a beat. So there's an extra beat every other measure.
Insane.
Wow.
That's really interesting. I did not know that. I knew that there was something weird about that they did with the time signature in this song, but I couldn't really put my finger on what it was.
Yeah, so it's like 15/4 time, which is like weird as shit. But yeah.
That is very bizarre.
Evil Death Roll. Another great song. So Death Roll, for me, reminds me of whenever you make a saving throw in a in D&D. So if you go unconscious, then you've got to make a saving throw to try and survive. So I think that's what it reminds me of. So
on the lyrics it said the death roll is like when a crocodile, like, you know, grabs onto something and spins. Like that's
and it does say your scales are hard and green.
Yeah,
that's the imagery I
green,
got was because that's called the death roll.
So it's probably crocodiles, like, eating people.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
or just things.
the crocodile is a crocodile is a reptile, and usually whenever you think of like Satan, usually when you think of like Satan, you think of like the beast, which is like the big like dragon figure that usually shows up in imagery, or goats, and they have goat imagery in later.
I just think of Tom Ellis.
And I think that they had in one of, I think I read somewhere that they, in one of the videos they had a crocodile in one of the videos.
Yeah, they had an invisible face, which is the next song. So the video has more to the lore than I believe the actual song does. I'm really focusing right here.
As you were saying.
What else? So, in the video, while Stu McKenzie is singing, I climb up the stalk and plant the bean, the universe is a machine that has awoken from a dream, the universe is a machine. So, during the intro of this song, you have the colored figures from earlier.
Colored
Where, they are in a spaceship traveling to a faraway land, and, so basically the green one telepathically communicates with a crocodile, and the crocodile climbs up a beanstalk, and then transforms into an egg with the Nonagon symbol on it. Yes, these guys were definitely off of something whenever they made this. So, an egg then becomes the people vultures that comes out of new life, all that sort of stuff, and invisible face. There's like an outline of a face in the video that they travel towards. So I'm not really sure the specifics of what invisible face means, but let me see what Genius has to say. Let's just take it from them. So, yeah, it's talking about the parallel. So since this is the seventh song, it might be talking about Christ, a god, a force parallel to all of the demons and terrible things coming from. Yeah, and number 6 is Evil Death Roll, demons being scaly, slimy monster creatures.
Man, I hate scalies.
So then it would make sense that number 7 is it would make sense that number 7 is speaking of God. So in 8 so I'm going to read whole lyrics because the lyrics are describing like demons, demonic creatures that are actually taken from the Book of Revelations. So I can feel the earth is moving underneath my hoofed foot, earthing. Fire produces from whence I'm pointing, fading every jewel. Thronged upon the rock and metal, there's a horde inside this temple, mass around your favorite devil, Learn to make them cry.
I mean,
Interesting.
It changes perspective from.
See him hover way up high. He is the bat with 16 eyes. He has a thirst to satisfy, a craving for your blood. Now here comes the wolves with whips, and 40 goats with pitchfork sticks. And there's a lunatic. He wants to make you cry. So that's something like you see.
What I saw on Genius was that Wah Wah is supposed to be like someone crying.
Yeah. So, demons. Basically space aliens.
These are demons.
Yeah, demons are being described in the verses, and Wawa is just them crying. So, last up is Road Train. So, basically, this is Mad Max. Road Train is essentially a whole gaggle of demons and Satan himself running around, causing havoc, causing trouble, burning stuff to the ground. Just booling out.
Oh, Satan, you scamp.
Booling.
Well, it's
Just
the,
straight booling.
What it says in the lyrics is that the road train is basically it's some kind of machine, this big machine that goes around just killing people, and it spews burning oil everywhere, like
BP.
Lunch ladies.
yeah, like BP. Yeah. So yeah, it's basically, oh my god.
Just like motivated.
Leave me alone so I can focus.
Spirit, I'll help you out.
Let's head over to
Kind of like a Terminator, question mark? But not actually a Terminator
well,
because copyright infringement?
no, it's more like
the Germinator.
it's more like a
Terminator.
well, like whenever you said like Mad Max, it's more like that. It's like a really big machine that.
Oh, so kind of like carnivorous. No, not carnivorous. The big carnival
Oh yeah,
thing
like the big,
from
from
Borderlands
Carnivora?
3. Yeah, Carnivora.
Carnivora, yeah.
Send that
Also,
fast travel
spawn on
prompt
me.
again.
Yeah, it was one of me. Bro, Carnivora, bro, that's honestly
It's like a big
that whole
carnivora,
thing.
but it spews oil, like burning oil everywhere, and whenever it moves very fast, because it's talking about like, I don't know, let me look up the lyrics. Talking about like the road beneath it bleeds, like
It's probably so big and so heavy that by the road bleeding, it means that the earth itself is cracking and magma is coming up.
yeah. Road train.
What are we doing?
Running?
We're collecting disaster relief packages, and I have a pretty decent belief that there are bolt holes.
And the
I'm already dead.
That answers that question.
And so the spawn of Satan is manning the wheel. It says one man is at the wheel. He's the dog at Satan's heel, so he's basically like Satan's right hand man.
So
that's
Jeff
cool.
Bezos.
I like that.
Dang, tough crowd. Yeah, and then... So, because of all of this, we go back to Robot Stop. So, to give a quick relation to Murder of the Universe. In Murder of the Universe, people who become cyborgs can no longer die and no longer feel pain. However, because they can't feel pain, they also can't feel happiness. So, hence the dilemma. of Hantayumi. Oh my god, you blew that up and you knocked me out of the air. Thanks, Graham.
What?
Whoever shot that boomer.
I am dead.
I got you, Graham.
Thank you.
I actually somehow got you. Not even gonna lie. I thought I would get.
Yeah, I don't know how you managed it either. Go fuck off over there, guys. Go.
It's interesting that they use like. It's interesting in Invisible Face that he says, "I climb up the stalk and plant the bean," which is like the reverse of how it happens in that one story where he plants the bean and climbs the stalk.
Oh,
the Bible?
Jack and the Beanstalk.
Yeah, Jack and the Beanstalk. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was the Bible.
Bible.
That says the Bible.
I'd say probably my favorite track is Invisible Face.
Fuck.
I unlocked it.
Yes, I'm gonna roll them.
Fucking hell, man.
Ow.
Thank you.
So because of all the bad things that are happening, they choose, okay, let's not die and become robots. And so that is where we pick up as Murder of the Universe.
I thought it'd become a loop again and go back around to them wanting to and trying to find a way to find eternal life, and then they do the ritual again, and then it loops back around.
Perhaps.
Damn, Graham, you found 3 points.
Yeah, pick up the slack, y'all.
Oh my god!
Someone open that white chest.
Ow, shit, I fucking
So yeah, that is the end of that. Thank you to the 0 people who watched, but thank you to anyone who watches in the future.